Hey, Trevon, Case from Las Vegas Sun. Congratulations. We saw the Raiders link to you a lot throughout the draft process. Did you get the feeling they were interested in you? This is a place you could wind up. And what stood out about your conversations with them?
I did. I talked to the Raiders pretty early on. I talked to them pretty early on, and we had a lot of good conversations about me fitting in the defense. We had multiple interviews, conversations, talked to Coach Gruden, talked to the whole defensive staff, and they just told me, they needed a safety, and they were planning to come get me. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm pumped.
Hey, one quick thing, Trevon, do you mind turning your phone horizontal for us?
Yeah.
Thank you. No. All right, no, you can turn it back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Trevon, could you tell me, just Jerry McDonald from the Bay Area News Group, can you talk about what the process was like and just the wait from yesterday today? And there was a mention on NFL media that you'd had a back issue and that might have caused a little mini slide. Can you address that?
Man, I don't think it was a problem. It wasn't a big deal. I'm ready to go. I'm back in shape. I'm pumped to be a Raider. It was a good process, a fun process. Those 3 months of interviewing and working out, it was a grind, but it was all worth it just for this moment. Man.
Hey, Trevon, I'm going to jump in one more time. Can you turn your phone again?
Yep.
All right. Now we're good. Thank you.
Cool.
Hey, Trevon, it's Tashawn Reed from The Athletic. Congrats. I know at TCU you guys played a lot of two high safety looks. Gus Bradley, traditionally, he goes more single high. How do you think you kind of transitioned to that single high role and that kind of center fielder role?
Yeah, I think, just coming from the college I came from, TCU, and playing under Coach P, allowing me to play a bunch of different positions, especially just roaming in the thirds. I did that a ton. So I think, just with his coaching background and him helping me get to this point, I think I'll be able to transition pretty well going up into Las Vegas.
Hey, Trevon, Vinny Bonsignore with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Congratulations. This is a very young secondary that you're coming to. I'm not sure if you've done your homework on the Raiders, but it's a pretty young secondary. Do you feel like that kind of helps you be able to kind of fit right in with contemporaries that you have? And as far as being the leader back there, is that something that you like, that part of the game, being a leader of the secondary?
For sure. Like I said before, coming from TCU, I was a quarterback at the defense. So I feel like, I'm really confident coming in and taking that leadership role. Commanding the defense, taking the reins and just leading. I'm super comfortable with that, confident with it, and I'm just excited to get started.
This is Hondo Carpenter from Sports Illustrated. You offer a bunch of versatility because you have played a multiplicity of places. How much did they talk to you about liking that and your flexibility?
Yep, they talked about it a lot. They said that was the one thing that they really liked about me, that they could move me and interchange me wherever they needed. And so that was a big thing for them, was just being that versatility, tool belt that they needed, filling in a bunch of positions, and just being able to, just switch out with other people and give different looks.
Hi, Trevon. I'm Levi Damien from USA Today. Going into the draft, of course, it seemed by most accounts that you were a pretty surefire first-round pick. I don't know if you felt that way. Were you surprised at all that that didn't happen, that you slipped into the second round?
Like you said, I believe that, that was going to happen yesterday. But, I didn't let it affect me. It's a blessing to get, just to be here, to get this opportunity and to play for the Raiders. I'm just excited to play for the Raiders, man. So, slipping into the second is not a big deal. I'm excited. I'm blessed.
It's Josh Gebow from AP. How much have you watched in the NFL some of these Seattle cover three type defenses? And is there a safety who's played in that you sort of model your game after that you think you can be like?
I've watched a bunch of film ever since we started, training for pro days coming up back in January. A player that I, see a lot of that I could compare myself to is just Jesse Bates kind of safety, just to how he covers, how he plays. I feel like that Las Vegas will get that kind of a player out of me, just somebody who could communicate, process, cover, come down to tackle, and just, like I said, just that versatility aspect of it.
Trevon, Levi Edwards with Raiders.com. Of course, you are a Texas native and have grown up and been there your whole life. What's your initial thoughts on coming to Las Vegas? Do you have any previous experience of ever coming to visit, or just kind of your excitement for being in the city just in general?
I've never been up there, like you said. I'm a Texas boy, but this change is going to be great. I'm excited. I've heard a lot of great things about Las Vegas. Obviously the team is great. Coach Gruden and all the defensive coaches up there. I think the transition is going to be smooth. I'm excited to go up there and see what it's like up in Las Vegas, man.
Hey, Trevon, this is Chris Matthews with the CBS affiliate here in Las Vegas. Congratulations. You talk about you're thrilled to be a Raider. What, growing up and hearing about the Raiders and some of the Raiders that you may have, I don't know, followed or known about, pretty cool. Just maybe talk about that. And then also just kind of the whole process of doing Zoom meetings as opposed to face-on-face interviews with coaches and so forth, and how difficult was that, or challenging, or whatever?
Yeah, some of the names, that especially like Damon Arnett, we train with one of the same DB, trainers, Clay Mack. So he came out and we talked a little bit. He's a great guy, and we talked a little bit about game and technique and stuff like that. But as far as the interviews and all the Zoom calls, I think it went smooth. I think it was pretty easy. It just got to the point of repetitiveness, them asking the same questions, and you already kind of know what the answer with. So it was good. It was smooth. I enjoyed the whole process, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Trevon, just to kind of clear it up, maybe put it to rest, because this came out right after you got drafted. But as far as the back situation, does it require any kind of procedures at all? And do you feel like you'll be ready as soon as you guys are allowed to get out there on the field?
No, I'm ready to go. I'm 100% back, no problem. Maybe it was just something small way back then. It's cleared my mind, so I'm ready to go. I'm 100%.
Hey, Trevon, this is Kyle Martin with Raiders.com. There have been a lot of notable defensive backs who have thrived in Gus Bradley's scheme, specifically the Legion of Boom. What do you see yourself doing in that potential fit, and just, knowing that the potential is there for you to be a player like those guys?
I always just circle back to just being able to play, whatever spot they need me to play. I feel like from TCU, I always say, they put me in all the spots that you could play. And I've been coached very well at each of those positions. And like I said, I feel like where I can step in wherever and just make an impact from day one.
This is Hondo Carpenter again. I'm just curious about your thoughts on Gus Bradley, the defensive coordinator. He's quite a motivator. What were your conversations with him like?
They were great conversations. He said he was a big fan of my game. Loved the way I played defense and loved my mentality. I loved the kind of person I was. And it was just, excited to get to talk to me and talk some football. They told me they wanted me up here. So, now here I am now, and I'm excited.
Hey, Trevon,
question. Go ahead, Chris.
Trevon, can I ask you a little bit about, when you think of the Raiders' history and some of the greats that have played here, the silver and black, and you got the hat on, and I mean, growing up in Texas, I don't know if you were a Cowboys fan or not, but what do you think about that Raiders history and the rich history of just being a Raider?
Man, it's great. I wouldn't say, I know it's, the whole nine about it, but, I've heard a lot of great things about Las Vegas. People telling me it's a great spot, great team. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Coach Gruden and how he coaches and how he handles his players. His coaching style, I kind of compare it to Coach P a little bit. So I'm excited to step in there and just, like I said, just be a Raider, man. That's what today is about. And I can't even be more thankful or blessed.
Thanks so much for your time, Trevon. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.